Hey guys, Dave from Dave's Lorry Shop Works here, and in this video we're doing something a little bit car related but not car related. Outside here we have got this tilt deck trailer, ignore the motorbike, and it is not raising. So the pump isn't, the pump's not spinning. I tried to use it last night around 6 p.m. to put the company's skid steer on the trailer so I could use the skid steer at home for a day. I raised it up once and then I had to reposition the trailer, so I lowered it back down. Then I went to raise it up again, nothing. Tested the battery. The battery's got full charge in it. Even threw a booster pack on it just to try it. And well, it ain't working. So my job this morning is to clean all the connections and hopefully find an issue with why it wasn't raising up. Come on out, I'll show you. Here we are right here. Up and down. Nothing for up. You can hear the solenoids, but you can't, it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to get started at this and let's see what happens. First off, I'm going to pull the battery out. Put it on a charger just to be on the safe side. Yeah, there's a little bit of corrosion here. I'm hoping that's it. I'm hoping the motor itself isn't dead. There, okay. Battery's going on the charger. Simple as anything. Cleaning connections. Bits of corrosion off of it. These guys are all clean and tidy. They look good. Clean as a whistle. This guy could use a little bit. Yeah. Pop this off. That might be my culprit. They were a little bit loose. Yeah, look. It's green. Oh yeah, might have something here. Boy, I hope so. Because the connections on the pump motor all look nice and clean and tidy. Oh, except one. I see one that's bad. Alright, we got a little more cleaning. It's even rusty. There we go. Yeah, that main power post right in there. He's pretty corroded. Okay, pair of cutters. Hopefully we have something. All right. So I took this power wire and I split the casing back about 5 or 6 inches. And then I found there was only about 2.5 inches of corroded end. So I was going to clean them, and then I just I had plenty of cable here, so I cut it shorter, probably 2 inches. And everything is nice and clean and tidy now. So now I'm just putting some shrink tube on the end to protect it. This is good double-walled shrink tube with a sealant in it. And once this is ready to go back on, it's time for reassembly. So I'll get all that put back together, and then I can show you guys whether or not we win or lose from cleaning all those connections and finding that corrosion and stuff. I have a good feeling, but sometimes a guy doesn't get all that lucky. So here we go. This will be fun. Crash and burn. So I fixed up the positive cable. As you saw, it was, the end of it was corroded and everything. Fixed that all up. Then I went ahead and I found one of the eyelets going onto the positive post. It cracked right off. I'm like, hey, another thing could be. Fixed all that up. Cleaned all the connections on the motor, on the solenoid, on the battery. Everything's all tight and shiny and good. Put it all back. Still only clicks. Click, 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 click. So I tested the solenoid, and the solenoid appears to be shooting power across. I can't load test it, but I was able to at least resistance test it, and it tested fine. So that tells me that the motor itself has conked out. Like, it didn't sound very good when I went ahead and I used it last night, and it worked. It was not healthy sounding, but it worked. And I just figured it was like, you know, low battery or whatever. Didn't pay much attention to it, but it is done. So that's going to be a tomorrow or whatever day. Talk to the boss, get him to order up a new pump motor assembly for his dump trailer, and I'll install it for him. That's fine. Not an issue there. But that doesn't help me with getting the skid steer from the shop to my house. Doesn't help me because I've only got my other buddy's trailer here, and that is a car trailer, 16-foot pull behind, 5 lug axles, 3,500 pound axles each. Now you take into consideration, when you start thinking 3,500 pound axles each, yes, I got 7,000 pounds. The skid steer only weighs 6,950 pounds, 6,940 pounds actually. So it's under the weight restriction. But you also have to take into consideration that skid steer has calcium in the wheels to weigh it down and give it traction in the winter. Then you add the actual weight of the trailer frame and everything on top of those axles. And we arrive at the spot where we are going to be at least 1,000 pounds over capacity. If it was my trailer, I'd go for it. I'd drive slow, I'd take the back roads, not a problem. Not my trailer. I respect my friends' gear. They allow me to use these things, and I frankly really appreciate it. So that's not going to fly either. But the whole point of getting the skid steer is so I can get a shed moved from my backyard to my front yard, and that's a whole nother project that you guys will get to see on here. But I got to get the shed moved first.
You want to lift maybe a corner down?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come in this way and I'll put.
Yeah, get closer. Oh yeah.
Not forking the floor, am I?
No, you're away from the floor.
It's leaning, it scared the shit out of me.
You're on top of the bar right now. You're on top of the bar right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like good so far.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're engaged.
Oh. Dave. Whoopsie!
You want it on an angle or you want it straight?
I'd like it straight.
Alright, so we ended up going on an angle. Well,
You hit the bike and the table that's there.
I never closed when the table was I did, and on that side, it looked like we were going straight. I know it's there, but that's not right. I mean, we could do a small. Would you be okay with a small alleyway?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'll tell you what, let me move the bike out of there, okay? And then we'll try to put one of them down here.
And the table.
And the table.
I like the table.
That table?
Yes. Excuse me. If it's gonna be a hassle, I just leave it then. If it's gonna be a hassle, it's okay. Okay. he's pushing that skid.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Yay!
Well, there you have it. After a little bit of poking and prodding and pushing and pulling and tugging and moving, and a nice little skid steer to give a hand, we have the shed moved. I spent a couple hours this morning leveling the shed, so it's actually pretty darn bang on. I mean, we'll see what happens in the springtime with thaw and all, but for now the ground should actually stay, because we've skidded it down below the topsoil area, and it's pretty firm below that. But stay tuned on this shed, guys, because we're going to turn it into a new workshop for Natalie for woodworking and such. And she does amazing work with restoration of antique furniture and such. So you may see some of that on the channel. You may see me trying to figure out how to wire up a shed and not burn it down at the same time. But from Dave at Days Lure Shopworks, Darcy and Natalie, we appreciate all you guys, and thank you very, very much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.